yesterday was an unveiling of the running mate. It wasn't an opportunity for the running mate to spend out his own contributions to the flag bearer's vision. Okay? That hasn't happened yet. And so the NDC...
So we can assess him based on that?
No, you can't do a comparison because that hasn't happened yet. He's not giving a policy position of the implementable vision of his flag bearer. That hasn't happened yet. So we should give him some time. He's going to come and deliver a policy statement that aligns very well with the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Yesterday's event is very key and very clear. It was an unveiling. We are unveiling the running mate of the flag bearer and for the party. That was what was happening. That was what happened yesterday. It was an unveiling. It wasn't a delivery of policies. It wasn't a delivery of speeches. Not at all. It was an unveiling. It's just like what happened when Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia won the flag bearership race. He won it, and then afterwards, the party leader, which is Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, handed over, symbolically, handed over the leadership of the party to the new flag bearer, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, at the stadium. I was present at that event. And then now, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, having won the election in November, now delivered his vision statement in February to allow the Ghanaian people know what he is coming to do. And so what happened yesterday is similar to what happened in November. It's an unveiling of our running mates. The NDC should exercise patience. We are now going to have time to do a proper comparison, to do a dissecting of the former education minister and now running mates to John Dramani Mahama and former VC. We're now going to do a proper comparison. So they should exercise patience.
Are you confident that after that is done, we'll have less of criticisms of him?
No, you see...
Because his demeanor counts a lot too. And maybe I'm just hitting on that point that much. But
KMJ, there's no one in public office who doesn't have criticism. I mean,
absolutely, I agree. But in the office where he occupies,
I receive many criticisms on a minute-to-minute basis.
Yeah,
I see my videos go viral on things that has been misconstrued. I see Adele share my videos. I try to.
But Palgrave, this is the second gentleman of the land we're talking about.
That is why I'm saying. No, you see,
it might be a public space,
but then I'm not. You see, if you're a leader and you don't receive criticisms, then you should be mindful how you're leading, because every leader receives criticisms. You understand?
Which is great.
Which is great. Yeah. And so, for me, I'm stating very clearly that now we have a running mate who we are hoping and praying that the Ghanaian people would give the flag bearer who is on the ballot, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the candidature and the presidency to lead Ghana from the 7th of January 2025. When that happens, then the running mate becomes the vice president of the Republic of Ghana. And so we should allow some time and some restraint, because what happened yesterday is an unveiling. He has not delivered a policy statement in support of the policy directives that the flag bearer has brought out. And so they should, and he says that Nana Jane was given a paper, and so everybody knows that they are prompters. These prompters are always in front of people when they are delivering speeches. Everybody knows that you can decide not to have a paper in front of you, but there's a teleprompter that is always prompting for you to be able to read. We know how these things work. And you see, it's not being twatted about it. I mean, this is a man who is a medical doctor by profession. This is a man who has studied wide, traveled wide. This is a man who headed the Menchia South constituency, campaigned effectively, won successive elections, won 4 elections since 2009. Okay, this is a man who has been in parliament as a minority member and now as a majority member, a man who has been minister for education. I have stated that the Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh will go down in the history of Ghana whenever President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's free SHS is mentioned, because he's the minister that implemented it. Okay, you cannot take that away from him. And so I will state that what happened yesterday is an unveiling. We are now going to have the running mate of the New Patriotic Party to Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the flag bearer, deliver a policy statement in support of what the flag bearer has already stated. We are yet to even launch our manifesto. So there's a lot of things that are coming in. The NDC should exercise some
big stake over here, though, it will be what he mentioned in terms of what he brings to the table. Yes, Kumasi is a big deal for the NPP and all of that. He promised that he'll be able to move beyond even the 85%, and he's actually asked the Kumasi people to help him do that. Are you confident that the entire situation about we want Napo to come because we want some sort of votes from Kumasi will be something that he'll be able to achieve from what he said?
You know, KMJ, from 2009, when Dr. Matupoku Prempeh picked over from Adokufo, you recall that he was the MP for Mesia South, the former Minister for Defense during John Ajekum Kufuor's tenure as presidency. And you look at the percentages. I've studied the percentages. It's always been in the 70s. I've seen that the NDC appreciated to about 26% in Ashanti region in the 2016 election or even the 2020 election. I can't quite recall readily now. But I am very confident that having seen that a member of parliament now has been given the opportunity to become a running mate, and a man who is coming from the stronghold of the New Patriotic Party. In this world, everybody has a stronghold.
Absolutely.
I know that the NDC has a stronghold in the Volta region. I mean, that's their basin, that's their World Bank. We are also hoping very clearly that the Honorable Dr. Matupoku Prempeh from Ashanti region, from Mesia South, would be able to appreciate very much the percentages from the 70s into the 80s. And so when he makes a statement like that, together with the regional campaign manager, who is the Honorable Boisiakun Chairman Wuntumi, very clearly and very confidently that every single constituency that they have in Ashanti region will be able to appreciate their votes. And so there's a lot more work that is going to be done. And I'm certain that within the period that we have, the level of work that would be done will be able to appreciate the votes and appreciate the numbers, because that is key. Elections is all about numbers. You understand? So, I mean, all the strategies that the NDC has put in place to be able to, I've heard that they also want to come to about 35% or so in this.
Which they intend to work very vigorously.
But we are also working very hard, which is what I'm saying.
Was he able to convince the grassroots based on that? Because a lot of people also felt that we've said so much that we've not been able to do. And so he should have, first of all, led the grassroots, just like Kennedy Ohineja did, which a lot of people have, praised him for. That, we believe there are issues. We know that we could have done better and all of that. But moving forward, can we all rally around and make this happen? He didn't come from any of that angle. His own angle was the fact that it is for us to grab. And so let's go forward and grab it.
No, you see, it's like being served with a buffet. You always need different assaults in your dish. I mean, I commend the Honorable Kennedy Ejapong very well. He's an astute politician, a strong member of the New Patriotic Party, held very strong his value system, still in the party, still serving the party, still campaigning for the party to come into office and stay in power. I mean, very well. So if it's been stated by the Honorable Kennedy Ejapong, been stated by the chairman of the party, and the Honorable Matupoku Prempeh decides to pick a different tenor of things that they have not said, I don't think that is a matter of.
He's the running mate.
Absolutely.
A lot depended on him.
Yes, which is why I'm telling you that yesterday was an unveiling.